What's up everyone, Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. We're looking at another product from ThruNite. This is the ThruNite TN4A. It's going to run you about $55 to $65 depending on where you pick it up. We do have links below if you're interested in getting one of these lights. This is kind of cool. It's as small as far as your end-to-end length as an EDC light, but it's kind of a big hefty light. It's got kind of like the feel of maybe a compact old school mag light and a bunch of very cool features. So let's check it out, take it out of the box, talk about it, and then show you what it looks like in use. Here's what comes inside the box. You obviously get your flashlight. You're also going to get your holster here, and then you get some accessories in that little bag. In the bag you do have a lanyard, you've got 2 extra O-rings, and then what they call a battery carrier, and I'll explain that in a moment. The holster, hook and loop to open it up, and then to shut it. And then it is sealed on the bottom. Some of them, you know, the flashlight will actually run through. The head of the flashlight's a little bit bigger, but this is sealed on the bottom. Then to attach it to a belt or to gear, you've got hook and loop there, and then underneath that is actually another piece of webbing that's sewn in, so you can run a belt through there. And then you have this D-ring up top, and that seems like pretty solid plastic. They don't give any specs on what it is, but it seems like it's going to definitely hold if you attach it to a piece of gear, molly webbing, something like that. So that's what you get inside the box. This little plastic piece, essentially what you're going to do to use that is take out this metal ring and then take out the button, and then you can basically rebuild it and put that in as a waterproof switch. I'm not going to do that right now just because I want to complete this video and get it out there on the internet, but you can contact ThruNite. I sent them an email, they got back to me immediately and sent me pictures on how to do that. So a very simple process it looks like, but that's what that piece is for. Alright, let's give you some specs on this. It's going to run on 4 AA batteries, and we'll talk about the lumens here. Your lowest setting, which is what they call Moonlight, which is similar to their Firefly, and that's 0.5 lumens. That's going to run for 80 days, they say, on these 4 AA batteries. You have low, which is 15 lumens. That's going to run for 93 hours. You have medium, which is 139 lumens. That's going to run for 14 hours. And then you have high on 550 lumens, which is going to run for 150 minutes. You also have a mode called Turbo, and that's going to be 1150 lumens, and that's going to run for 56 minutes. And within kind of the turbo setting, you also get strobe, so that's going to be 1150 lumens and also for 150 minutes. As far as the size of your light, you can see about 4.5 inches from end to end, and across the front of the light, you're talking about 1 and just around 3/4 inches. So 1 3/4 across the front and about 4.5 from end to end. So you have this black background that I'm shooting the video on. Let me show you the different settings for the light. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to just press this and it's going to go into the 3 basic settings. So we'll start this out. That's the lowest setting on the 3 basic settings, so that's 15 lumens. And if you hold this button down, so you're not double clicking or anything, just holding it down, it's going to scroll from the lowest setting at 15 to 139 and then to 550. So there's the lowest, medium, high, low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Now it's on high. I click it to turn it off, wait a little bit, click it to turn it back on, and it's got the memory, so it's going to actually stay on that, and then hold it down, scrolls back to the low. Alright, I'm going to click it and turn it off now. When you want to get to your Moonlight setting, which is 0.5, or your Turbo setting, which is 1150, you're going to start by just holding down the light, and if you actually watch in the center there, you'll see the light come on very, very dim. So you hold down the switch and it comes on. Can't even see it on the background here at all. It's just so dim. I'll show you outside in a little bit. Once it's actually on that setting, double click and it'll go into the turbo mode, and that's extremely bright. Double click again, it'll give you strobe, and then click again and off. And one more time through, just keep your eyes on the center of the light there. Hold it down here, comes on, double click again to your turbo, and then double click again to your strobe. Single click to off. I'm out in the backyard now, and I'm at the back fence looking toward the house and toward the front fence, and what I'll do is I'll show you the light on all the different settings. So I'm looking at the fence right now and the light is on and you really can't see a whole lot. So let me scroll through the different settings. This is your lowest setting up to your second setting, which you can now see it much better, and then lowest, medium, up to your highest setting. You can absolutely see you got the grill in the corner there. You can pick up the chairs over here. It's the back of the house. You see the car driving by in the distance there. Now let me put this off, hold it down, put it on the Firefly setting, which is on. You really can't see anything. I'll show you in the front. I mean, you can pick it up now because it's so dark out. But let me double click, and now we're up to 1150 lumens. And when I hold this up over my head, I mean, I can light up the entire yard quite easily. I mean, there's pretty much no portion of the yard when I hold this up high that I cannot see. And so my yard is about 75 by 60 with a fence around the whole thing. And I could see the entire thing with this light. Let's go one more time through the settings. There's your highest setting, and then scroll low, medium, high, low, medium, high, and then show you one more time. We'll go to the Firefly setting and then double click to your highest setting, and that just lights everything up. Closing out here, talking about the ThruNite TN4A. The major advantage I think of this one is just bottom line, you're getting over 1,000 lumens for around 50 bucks. That's just really hard to beat. Tied into that you can do that on AA batteries as opposed to, you know, CR123s, 18650s, some of the other options out there. AA's are easy to access, they're around, and they're not super expensive. So that, I would say, those are some pretty significant upsides to this light. I like how compact it is. It's hefty, so when it's in your hand, you feel like, yeah, I got a good solid grip on it, but still quite small. This light is probably going to end up being one of those lights that I keep in the house for emergency situations. So I've got a light that I keep in my car, and you'll be seeing a couple other ThruNites that I like for, you know, emergency lights in the car. But this will be one of those lights, you know, if all the power goes out and I need something to light up a room to go, you know, out, and I don't have another EDC light on me right there in the moment, then I can have this light and, you know, use it around the house, use it around the yard. I like to have a light like this actually down in the kitchen. We have a compost bin out in the back of our yard. Every once in a while, something like a possum or a raccoon climbs over the fence and wants to get into that. When I send my dogs out at night, we've had the dogs run into skunks a couple times. So I can just grab this, go outside, you know, light up the backyard, see if there's anything out there, and then actually send the dogs out. It's not going to be an EDC light when it comes to something you're just going to throw in your pocket. It's just too big for that. With the holster, yeah, you could carry it on your hip. It's probably actually too big for a lot of people, even with the holster, when it comes to your average, being an average EDC light. If you work in a setting, like say you're in a factory, you're in some sort of setting where you need a lot of power and a compact light, and you can throw this onto your belt using the holster, this could be a really good option for you. And, you know, in the $50 range, you're getting a huge range from that 0.5 up to over 1,000 lumen, up to over 1,100 lumens, 1,150 to be exact. So that's pretty impressive to me. Overall, the construction's pretty nice. I haven't had any issues with this light. I will report in and give you some updates on the long-term use of the TN4A if there's any ups or downs, upsides or downsides to it. But yeah, I've enjoyed using it. So you know, I would definitely say EDC, no. Utility light, yes. Emergency light for home, yes. Even a car light, yes. Like I said, I have some other options out there that I prefer to use for that particular setting of in my car. But this will be a home light for me to make sure that if we lose power, I've got plenty of light to get around and make things happen. Thanks as always for checking out our reviews here on YouTube. Once again, this is the ThruNite TN4A. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids here on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram and Tumblr as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.